Quarterback news at Alabama. One in, Keelon Russell, the National Player of the Year, all sports across the country. One out, Dylan Lonergan. We're going to talk about that. College football, the playoff. After the debacle this year, they're saying one more year and then they're going to reformat it. We're going to talk about what that might look like and more right here on the Bama Tailgate YouTube channel. Like and subscribe, thumbs up. Let's get this thing going. Let's talk some Alabama football. Roll Tide. Roll Tide, everybody. Welcome to the show. I'm Mick Gillespie at Broadcaster Mick on the socials. And again, great to talk to you guys today. Here on the channel, we're brought to you by Pearl River Resort over in Philadelphia, Mississippi. We're giving away 4 tickets to Hinder, Tonic, and Fuel, 2 hotel rooms, and a buffet. So if you go to the casino, you eat, you got a place to stay, and you got some great music. You get to hang out. So we'll talk about that later on in the show, how you can win those, or you can always buy tickets. But if you like the 90s, early 2000s rock music, you're going to love this show, and I do. We kind of talked about it a little bit yesterday. The transfer portal cranked open, Bama hosting some players this weekend. And, and actually, even as of today, bringing players to Tuscaloosa to try to, get them to be part of next year's football roster. One player that got great news is Keelon Russell. And that's because he won the Gatorade National Player of the Year award. Now, you guys probably know this already, but I'll tell you what, this guy can really, really play. I mean, he is a baller. It's exciting to see him. Trayvon Diggs, who's now with the Cowboys, former Bama player, took him the award to his practice and gave it to him. It was pretty cool. He's the number 2 overall player, according to our friends at On3 in the class of 25. He won their MVP of their Elite 11, the Elite 11 thing that they do for high school kids. He was going to go to SMU, and then Bama flipped him and then became the centerpiece of Kalen DeBoer's recruiting class. But I'm telling you, this guy puts up some amazing numbers. He's got Duncanville 13-0. He's already won a couple of state titles. He's been a winning machine, 6A football in Texas. They've got a game on Saturday. Russell so far, 3,874 yards passing, completing almost 70% of his passes with 53 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. He's also ran for 255 yards and 2 TDs as well. So he's inked to come to Bama. And it's from what I understand, it's the first time Bama's had the Gatorade Player of the Year committed to them. So congratulations. However that shakes out, it's a big deal. It was pretty cool watching Diggs bring the trophy to practice. A lot of Roll Tides out there in Duncanville, Texas, and someone that a lot of people feel like could be pushing for playing time pretty soon in his collegiate career. Now, as part of that, or maybe not part of that, quarterback Dylan Lonergan entered the transfer portal. And when you look at the situation now, Bama quarterbacks, Jalen Milroe's going to the NFL draft. Okay. He's leaving. I don't know if he's going to play in the bowl game or not. I'm starting to expect him to play. He's not going to opt out. There's a precedence at Alabama that you don't opt out for to get ready. You play the game. Okay, so I'm guessing that's what's going to happen. So that's a good precedent, although there's some of us that feel like, hey, it'd be great to go ahead and get Ty Simpson some experience at quarterback and Austin Mack. Mack had pulled, I don't know how. I mean, it was, I don't even know how you could sit there and kind of figure out, the pecking order of things. But somehow Mack had passed Lonergan. It felt like that, in the Mercer game, I guess it was, you see all these guys and Matt came in before Lonergan, but Lonergan can spin it. We've heard nothing but great things about this guy at practice. He's from Georgia, was going to go to either South Carolina Stanford, came to Bama. He's going to be a really good player somewhere. And just I hope he goes somewhere where we don't have to face him, because that's the tough part about having a great quarterback room, is that these guys leave and then all of a sudden maybe you got to face them. And this guy can do some real damage with his arm. So I think he can really spin it. I've heard from people that have been at practice that he's fun to watch, and he's going to have a really, really good collegiate career. So good luck to him as he hits the portal. And that's part of the problem. I mean, when you have all these quarterbacks and you only have one football, what are you going to do, right? So that puts this year's quarterback battle between Ty Simpson and Austin Mack. I don't think Bama goes in the transfer portal for a quarterback. I thought when they did that with Tyler Buckner a couple years ago that it was a bad idea. It was a waste of a spot. I think that we know that Simpson, who's also been really good at practice, is ready for this spot. And then Max right there probably needs to put on some pounds, but he's got a great arm. And then with Keelon Russell behind him, even though he'll be a true freshman, I think Bama's in pretty good shape there at the quarterback position. So it's, it is what it is. I mean, that's part of having great players. So we'll see what happens. But another guy that hits the transfer portal, Lonergan really, I mean, how much playing time do you get as Bama's like third or fourth string quarterback? And you remember he was a 4-star recruit out of Snellville over in Georgia, and just turned heads in practice. And, honestly, I think he was kind of right there. If he would have just been maybe a year older, he might have been the starting quarterback instead of Jalen Milroe last year. At the beginning of the season, when they didn't know really who was going to be that guy. I mean, he was one of the most consistent in practice, we kept hearing. But, he threw for 23 yards, 5 of 6 against Western Kentucky, right? Or no, that was against Mercer. Western Kentucky played in that game too. But, and he threw for 12 yards against Chattanooga. I mean, he didn't really get in any games, and probably a good move for him going into practice to say, hey, you know what? I'm not competing for anything here anymore. Had a great time at Alabama. I'll go somewhere else. And he joins a list of players now that are transferring out. So this is part of the deal. Expect more. I hate to see these guys go, because you never know when you might need them. But the quarterback spot, it just didn't feel like for Lonergan that there was going to be playing time unless there were a lot of injuries. And then all of a sudden now you got, a 5-star plus player coming, the number 2 player in the country, this amazing quarterback that just won the Gatorade quarterback of the year, or Gatorade player of the year. And he's behind you, or maybe he's in front of you. And so go somewhere else and make it happen. Now, I wanted to tell you guys this. Here's the deal that I was talking about before. And the way we're going to give these away, we've got 4 complimentary tickets to see Hinder, Tonic, and Fuel. You know these bands, put them in your iTunes, and you'll recognize all their songs, right? They're going to be at the Silver Star Convention Center, Philadelphia, Mississippi, hour and a half from Tuscaloosa, 2 hours from Birmingham, 2 hours and change, December 28th. And we're giving away 4 tickets, 2 rooms. So you and another couple, and then buffets to Golden Moon Casino. They'll be playing at Silver Star. The 2 casinos are attached. It's going to be a great show. And all you got to do is get in the comments section and tell me why you think you're going to go. You got to go. I'll give you these tickets. You got to go. Don't send them back. Don't tell me you want to go and then you don't want to go. I want you at the concert. I want you at the concert with your friends, having a great time. I went, saw Boys to Men with the late, great Big Sexy Elmo. We had a blast. Today it popped up on my iPhone in memories, and I was laughing about how much fun we had there. And then, of course, him making a connection with Gretchen Wilson the next night when her and Big and Rich were playing, as still classic stuff. But who didn't like him? But I'm telling you, we had a great time. You will too. So take advantage of this opportunity. Tell me why you think you belong at the Hinder, Tonic, and Fuel concert, and you could win. And it'd be a great gift, too. Think about it. Hey, I'm taking you. You got a hotel room and buffet. Who doesn't like a good buffet? I know I do. Anyway, get in the comments and just tell me what you guys think, why you deserve to go to this. And I'm going to give this away on Saturday. All right. Thanks for hanging out with us on the channel as the holidays come. Let me throw this up here for you too. Take advantage of our discount at New Life Art because we got a great one. We really do. We got a great discount and we want you to take advantage of it. Use the promo code Bama Tailgate. Get the classics. I got the classics here. I'm looking at Bama shut out LSU in the championship game, 21-zip. There's 2 over there throwing a touchdown. I got all the classics on this wall. 20% off. 20% off everything when you use the promo code Bama Tailgate at newlifeart.com. So take advantage of that too. Holidays are here. You want to get somebody something that they're going to remember, something that they're going to love. Yeah. Bama Tailgate, New Life Art. Get them one of those awesome New Life Art prints from Daniel Moore. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out, and I'll talk to you later, maybe tomorrow, unless something pops. But thanks for hanging out. Roll Tide.
To Pearl River Resort.